Hello again, guys. This is Stephen Vitt here, uh, coming to you again via webcam. And I want to just start this off by telling you my point of view on marketing, how you personally market yourself. And this is just going to be in a plain figure of speech when I explain this to you guys. So, how you market yourself, first of all, that starts off, depending on what you're trying to do. Now, what is it that you're trying to do? In my case, I'm a writer, so I have to market myself from that perspective. I'm a writer, and as I've recently described to you guys, I'm more than just a writer, I'm a content creator. So if you're marketing yourself from the angle of either a writer or a content creator, then you have to really dig deep and do your research on what you know you have to do in those avenues. Like if you're going to be a writer, you can't worry about what you're going to do as a administrative assistant. If you're just focusing on one thing, you can't just shoehorn something else to take its place. That's not how it goes. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that if you're going to market yourself the right way, you have to be consistent. And I'm going to start off by listing one reason on how you market yourself properly, and that is you have to keep your message consistent. And what I mean by that is whatever message that you send out to people, whatever that message is, you have to really stand by it. You have to stick to that message, and you have to keep chipping away at it. You have to keep chopping away at that tree, so to speak. Like, for example, if your message is that, you're a writer and you're trying to, sell your services to people, like potential clients that want blog posts written or ebooks written, something of that nature, then you have to stay consistent about it. You have to give your clients reasons why they should hire you. Like, I have experience writing ebooks, as I, Stephen Vitt, do. And you have to have experience writing blog posts, which again, I, Stephen Vitt, have done that. So once you get that message out to potential clients, there's a better chance of them remembering, your name and your reputation and your performance. So, and also keeping your message consistent also means that you have to tell the truth. Guys, I have to make this a point. You got to tell the truth about what you're about. You got to tell the truth about what you do, how you're going to do it, what you can promise, and how you're going to go about, completing your tasks. If you're not going to be honest about what you're going to set out to do, then you might as well not say it. That's really it, guys. You have to tell the truth. You have to be honest about where you stand as a worker, no matter what it is you do, writing, interviewing, you know, administrative assistant, whatever it is. So there's that. And the second reason I have to point out is highlight your pros and hide your cons. Now we know the whole term about pros and cons. There's always like pros and cons about this, that, the other thing. That's the same thing for workers, for freelance workers. And in my case, I have my strengths, but I also have my weaknesses. But in recognizing that, I have to also keep in mind that whatever pros that I do have as a worker, I have to highlight that. I have to be positive. I have to think that the glass is half full. So when I type out my cover letters and proposals to potential clients, I have to remember that I've done good stuff. In my 9 years of writing content for people, I've done good stuff. And I can appreciate that. I can look back on what I did for these 9 years and say, hey, I did that. I accomplished these things for these clients. And that's the mentality that you got to have, no matter what industry you work in. So there's always that. You have to highlight your pros. You can't always have this glass half empty thing. And I don't recommend that you do, because if you're always negative about something, how can you ever get to the positives? It's a fair point to make. And about your cons, you have to hide them. You have to, in a good way, you have to hide your cons. If potential clients ask you, why didn't you do this or that, or why haven't you gotten into this part of your field, then of course you have to be honest. It goes back to my first point. You have to be honest. You have to tell the truth about why you haven't done certain things or why certain things developed the way that they did. But generally speaking, plainly speaking, you have to hide your cons. And so that's point number two. Point number three, I'm going to say it right here. Point number three, uh, you have to relate to your target audience. And I'm pretty sure you guys know where I'm going with that. Is that whatever audience that you're targeting, whatever audience that you're trying to sell your product or service to, you have to make sure that that is the audience you're aiming to draw attention to. You have to make sure that you're trying to get their attention. Don't worry about these other audiences that don't relate to what you're doing. If this is your target audience right here, you got to focus on them. That's it. Now, in my case, in the case of STV Castle, this YouTube channel, I, without going into it, without, coming out and actually saying it, when you guys watch my videos, I hope that you guys get the point that this channel is about creativity. It's about experimentation. It's about seeing what works. It's really about understanding what audience you have. And once you know what that audience is, you can start promoting your stuff towards that audience. And so my audience in this case would be an audience that really appreciates creativity. I'm a creative person. I write content, I make videos now, I do artwork in my spare time, and that's not even work related. I'm always coming up with potential new ideas for things. Like, here's another example. I'm trying to come up with an idea for a brand new sport. I love sports. I love, football, basketball, baseball, hockey, all that, even soccer. So, stuff that interests you and you want to get creative about it. If that's the kind of audience that you want to appeal to, then you got to stick with it. That's it. So, there's that. And point number four is you have to believe in what you offer. And to put it very plainly, again, if you don't believe in what you offer, then why are you offering it? Okay. I offer my writing services to people because I believe in my writing abilities. Okay. I've been doing this for 9 whole years, going on 10. This is going to be my 10th year, 2024. And I can strongly say this to you guys right now in this video that I believe in what I offer. I don't just think that I'm a good writer. I know I'm a good writer. I don't claim to be the best, but I know I'm good. I know I'm good enough. I know I'm good enough to warrant interviews with potential clients and to really get my foot in there, to get my foot in the door and to really just do the work for people. And the same would go for administrative assistants and interviewing. Those are things that catch my interest, and those are things that I want to be a part of. And those are things that I believe in. I believe I can offer those things. I believe I can do a good job doing those things. So you have to stand by what you believe in. You got to have it in your heart and you got to have it in your mind that, you can do it. You got to believe in yourself, guys. You have to believe in yourselves. And lastly, before I go here, how you market yourself, plainly speaking. You have to have solid connections, and I don't mean bypass things. I don't mean cheat your way to the top, so to speak. And when it comes to having solid connections, I don't mean you buy subscribers. That's not what you do, guys. I see it all the time on YouTube, channels that don't deserve to be promoted, and yet they do because they have connections. They have secret connections where they buy subscribers and their view totals are up artificially and they basically buy their way to the top. And I do not ever recommend that. So, what I mean by having solid connections, the good way of it, I mean, you do have to have business relationships. You do have to make sure that once you obtain an agreement with a potential client for any kind of work that you do, you have to make sure that you stick with it. Again, you have to make sure that you can not only get the work, but you can hang on to that work for as long as possible. I don't think it'd be a good idea, guys, if you were to get work with a client and then you tell yourself, oh, I'm just going to be here for 1 month and that's going to be it. No. If you know you have something good for work and that can last much more than 1 month, just do it. Don't second guess it. Just do it. You know, you got to have those key business relationships. You got to have connections. And I do mean social media. You got to be on places like LinkedIn in order to get those connections. And, you know, you got to keep, sending emails out to people. You got to keep even calling people if need be. And if you guys use Facebook or Twitter, X, whatever, you know, if you guys use that, then that's your call. I personally do not use Facebook or Twitter for various reasons. I do have a LinkedIn page, which I always share. So it's very integral to have those connections. So I just want to get that out of the way here. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves wherever you may be. And I do appreciate feedback for my videos. Going forward here, I'm going to try to have some sort of uptick when it comes to the volume of videos that I put out. I'm going to try to. Can't promise it, but I'm going to try to. So let me know what you guys think. Please provide comments in the comment section below. And if you do like my video content, please subscribe to my channel. Click on the bell for notifications. And just let me know what you guys think. I'm here for you guys. As it is right now, I'm available. So just let me know what you think. Take care, guys. Bye.